over the weekend of a free dental fair. And people started lining up before daybreak, slept there for 18 to 20 hours. They even extended it to take more people, and I still don't think they got to see everyone, but that just really highlights how serious the problem is of people not being able to get health care. So thank you so much. Now we're going to hear from Elizabeth Caviness, an attorney with Caviness Law Firm. She's also active in the North Carolina chapter of the National Academy of Elder Law Attorneys and serves on the council of the Elder Law section of the North Carolina Bar Association. Let's please welcome her.
It's a real pleasure to be here with you this evening. And I guess I just want to build on exactly what Cheryl said, which is taking care of you. She talked about it from a physical and medical perspective. I want to talk to you about it from a legal perspective. You've heard of advocacy. The first person you need to advocate for is yourself. Because if you don't take care of your legal business, nobody can do it for you. Okay? Just because you might have a spouse, just because you might have a sibling, just because you might have a dear friend, those folks do not have the legal authority to help you take care of business. If you do not select the person that you might want to help you take care of business, guess who'll pick them for you? Somebody down at the courthouse. And that might not be the person that you would choose. So let me just preach out a little bit about powers of attorney. We'll talk about wills, but wills are great, but that's just what happens to your stuff when you're dead. I'm worried about you while you're here. There's two kinds of powers of attorney in North Carolina. One deals with the dollars and cents of it all, and the other deals with health care. A financial power of attorney lets you name someone to help you take care of business and financial matters if you're not well and you're not able to do it, or if you're out of town, you've taken that fabulous trip to Tahiti, and you better send me pictures. So things can continue to get done for you. Again, just because you might be married, your spouse doesn't automatically have that authority to do it for you. And maybe you don't want your spouse to have that authority. So you have to select carefully who you want to be assisting you with business and financial affairs. Do they have to be the master of the financial universe? It'd be great if they were, but they don't have to be. The biggest feature is they have to be trustworthy. They have to be trustworthy. So think about it carefully, think about it cautiously. If you have choice number one, if that's your first pick, that's great. What if, heaven forbid, something happens to that person? We need a backup plan. Let's name choice number two. Okay? That is on the financial side of things. It's the similar arrangement with a healthcare power of attorney on the medical side of things. That document lets you name the person that will make medical decisions on your behalf if you are no longer competent to make those decisions yourself. So long as you are living incompetent, it's your ship, you steer it, you take care of that business. But if you're no longer able to, this document lets you select the person that will be making those important decisions for you. If you don't do this, again, there's a process called guardianship. It is a court process. It's an important process, but it is invasive, it is time-consuming, and it is expensive. And again, it's like filing a little lawsuit. There's petitioner, respondent, like plaintiff and defendant. The court will appoint an attorney to represent you. There will be a hearing. It can be litigated if there's a fight. Can you hear the cash register go? It's very expensive and it's very invasive, and there is no guarantee that the person or persons that you would want to be making those decisions for you will be appointed. In fact, there's a huge tendency in this county for a public guardian of the estate to be appointed and not a family member, just because there are accountings and inventories and reports, and the person has to be able to get bonded, blah, 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 blah. And if you don't do it just right, then you're in trouble with folks down at the courthouse. So if we want to avoid that, those financial powers of attorney are really important. Okay? So that's, okay, I'm trying to get on the preacher's podium on that, but it's really, really important. And you need to, I guess you want to hope for the best, but plan for the worst. If you're considering, joining a household, a marriage or something like that, you need to think about what have they told me, maybe what they haven't told me. Of course, it's a relationship of trust, but, stuff happens. So think about protecting yourself financially. Think about protecting yourself personally. Make sure you understand, as fully as you can, the background of the person that you're getting involved with. I'm not saying that you do a criminal background check on them, but hey. Stuff happens. And you might domestic attorney about maybe whether freedom is appropriate and how to build in those protections for yourself. Because, you know, a moment of passion can lead to a lifetime of regret. So we just have to think down the road for long term and not just short term. Okay. I have no idea how much I talk. But again, I'm glad to take whatever questions you guys might have when we get to the Q&A section.
Okay, there you have it.